guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 85 of the Hearts of Midlothian save, our bid to take the team to the top of Scottish football. And I'm here outside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium getting ready for our Champions League fixture later in the episode, after of course we face Motherwell away from home in the league. But before we get to any of that, we need to catch up on what's happened since last episode, starting with our trip to Hampden Park to face Rangers in the Betfred Cup semi-final. We got off to a horrible start, conceding after just 45 seconds. But we managed to draw level before half-time, when Lang's deflected cross fell to Cameron, who found Hickey in space to smash in the goal. And Rhian Brewster booked our ticket to the final early in extra time, heading in Taylor's peach of a cross. So there we go, we are into the final. It was a tough game, this one. We went with a sort of not quite second string, a few first teamers in there with Taylor and He-Who. But we got the job done. I felt like we just about earned it. You can see we had more shots on target. Possession was pretty much even. But I was really happy to put out sort of a more second string team and still come away with the result against Rangers. Hickey and Brewster with the goals, obviously. And we are playing Celtic in the final, which we will show, obviously, that being a chance to win some silverware. Next up, we hosted Kilmarnock in the league. Darnell Johnson opened the scoring after Dominguez found him in space. And he doubled his tally in the 36th minute, finishing well from a perfect McIntosh cross. And McIntosh got himself on the score sheet before half-time, finishing expertly from a great Cochrane pass. And there we go, a good solid win, an excellent day to be a fullback this one, because Darnell Johnson with a double, McIntosh with a goal as well. McIntosh, what a stunning assist that was for Johnson's second as well. You can see we went with the three centre-backs, the wing-backs and the two strikers. Of course, they had the two men in midfield. I thought we'll try it and see what happens, and it worked kind of well. We absolutely killed them down the flanks, as you could maybe pick up from those highlights there. We didn't have any possession. The one thing about this formation that I have noticed, whenever I've played it, is that you don't tend to get much possession. So that is a downfall of it, and I'm trying to think of the way around that. Because ideally, we don't want to be giving up that much possession. I mean, you can play on the counter-attack, I guess. But anyway, we got the 3 points, which was amazing. Goals from the fullbacks, which is good. And there we go. And if you have a look at what that all means for the league table, you can see we have 4 points clear of Rangers. Rangers dropped points. They drew Celtic at home last time out. That's a good result for us. They both dropped points. Maybe we're in a position where we'd rather Celtic win, but I don't fully trust them yet not to come roaring back and take points off us later in the season. So there we go. That is what it is. And you can see the Champions League table there, halfway through the group, and we are top. If we can take anything from today's game against Tottenham, we've got to be looking good. If we can win, we're just about through, because someone's got to drop points between Lazio and Monaco, don't they? So huge game. There's the Betfred Cup final there against Celtic. Like I say, it's an episode or two away just yet. But yeah, things are looking good. Now we'll have a look here up against Motherwell. You can see they're fifth. They're no mugs. They've got a positive goal difference as well. So it's not going to be an easy game. We are the favourites. We are in excellent form as well. Now you'll see that Stolbakken is their manager. They've got rid of David Moyes. He had a spell at Wolves, this guy. I think, best known for Copenhagen, FC Copenhagen. He's done well with them in Europe. But a balanced, standard playing style is what we're expecting here. Now, we're expecting them to come out the 4-1-4-1 formation, not necessarily playing like this. So we can't read too much into the way they play here, but they certainly like to get high up the pitch, don't they? Passing network is there, and their key passes as well tend to be longer. So we'll have to keep that in mind. And this is the team that we're sending out. Now, bear in mind, we're going up against a 4-1-4-1. We're going to try this formation, see how it goes. It gives us a chance to rest some players before the Tottenham game as well. So hopefully, we'll get a decent result here. So we're going to go with Amar in goal. O'Connor, Fitzgerald, and Proctor. We probably want Proctor as a ball player, though. That'll be the back three. Lang down the right. Mitchell comes back in to play down the left. Now, he's not match sharp. We'll get as much as we can out of him, then we might look to bring McIntosh on once we've sort of used him up. Dozzle and Hickey go in midfield. Curtis Jones in behind. Uche and Cameron up top. Obviously, we are resting some players here ahead of the Spurs game. You can tell what players it is just by looking at the team, can't you? So there we go. Scouts did get it right. They are playing the 4-1-4-1. I think, what do we want to say to this? Now, this is where we sold Eamon Brophy to, and he is on the bench. So he's almost certainly going to come back and haunt us. So we need to make sure we're 2 goals up before he comes on. Expect to got there improve a point. Given that it is sort of a second stringish kind of team, let's just tell them to relax. A little bit of passion, boys. We have faith in you. Look at that. Go on. Go on, Aussie Villain. Look at that team talk. This is the same team talk I gave against Rangers, to be honest, with the second string. So it's not as good as I look, perhaps, there, because I've had a suspicion that it might work again. But yeah, well, let's hope it works again anyway. Certainly, it looked like it fired them up. Let's hope that it works on the field and we get a good performance out of everybody here. We do have McNeil on the bench. I was tempted to start him instead of Uche, but Uche, we've promised him more first-team football, so I want to give him games as often as I can, just for that. Again, we're not dominating possession as I would like, but perhaps it's a little bit better than it was against Kilmarnock with our 39%. Luke Fitzgerald is looking anxious. Dreer is match fatigued for this one, which is why Uche, it's found its way in. Archie Proctor's tapped it in. I don't know what's happened there. The keeper's dropped it. Uche gets the assist. And Archie Proctor, his first goal of the season, and it's 1-0. And that is a little bit of luck, perhaps. It looks like a bit of a goalkeeping error. Unless has he tapped it onto the crossbar, perhaps. No, he's just dropped it. And Archie Proctor's there to smash it home. Excellent stuff. And it's 1-0. We'll take that and run. Let's demand a little bit more. Hopefully that'll settle down Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is a bit of a risk, to be honest. He's a decent enough defender. He should be good enough to play these sorts of teams in the league. So we've got to play them. If we're going to keep them, we've got to play them. If they're going to be useful squad players, they have to play these sorts of games. Again, look at this. We're conceding possession. The one thing we're defending okay. Maybe we're conceding possession in sort of good areas, I guess. But I don't like not having the ball. We haven't played particularly well. Things are going well. You're capable of better. We'll tell Uche not to get himself sent off, given that he's already on a booking. Though with McNeil on the bench, it might be a decent opportunity to maybe take Uche off and give McNeil a game. We'll wait and see how everything's playing out here. We haven't played particularly well, have we, if we're honest? It might have even been a team talk to say, I'm not happy, boys, but we are winning the game, so essentially you can't be too unhappy with them. But that should do that. We'll get back out there. Yeah, we've got to try and come up with a way, if we're going to play like this against teams that are sort of setting up in this way against us, which I think will happen more and more as we become better and better. We've got to come up with a way to get possession, because it's not going to work, I don't think, long term if we're conceding so much possession. We've got work to do here defensively. We've won that. It's a poor header. Oh, he can't miss. Campbell finds the back of the net, and it was just a poor defensive header, and we've given away a goal there. Let's go attacking, perhaps. Oh, Jones. He got his head to the ball. Maybe it was just a bad situation to be in, but we're not playing well here. I'm going to say I don't know if this formation necessarily is going to work for us. Cameron's having a bad day as well. Our strikers aren't having a good day, which doesn't help the situation. I'm going to bottle it, I think, and we're going to go back to this. I'd rather keep an apprehensive Uche than a rubbish Cameron, I think. Alright, so what do you want to do here? We're going to want to bring McDonald on for Cameron. We're going to want to bring McLean on for Fitzgerald. Switch those two around. And we'll switch those two around as well. How are we playing here? We probably want to put a little bit of pressure on them, a little bit higher up the pitch. And that should do. We'll give them a quick team talk. Go on, boys. I have faith in you. And yeah, let's hope we can get a little bit better here. We need to get a little bit better here, because let's see. Just keep an eye on possession here. I mean, they've only had one shot on target, so we're a little bit unlucky to not be winning this one. Can we get Mitchell's got a decent header away there, but still work to be done. Can we get a block in here, boys? Don't stand off him. It's gone straight to Amar, and I'm going to say we need to get stuck in here. Maybe we need to look to counter press. We're not doing something right, are we? I'm going to say we lower the tempo as well, because we're having shots. We're just not getting perhaps the best opportunities that we could. We're not creating good chances. We're not gonna drop points to Motherwell, are we? It's just been a poor day all round. We haven't played well. We'll try Turnbull late on. Is there something here for us? Oh, we've gone to Motherwell. And have we rotated too much? I mean, we scored a lucky goal. We can't really have too many complaints. Is that the first time this season where we've been actually really disappointing? We had a poor game against Rangers, didn't we? But I mean, that was Rangers. But that was not good. I mean, it's away from home against a top half team. you know, maybe we're going to drop points in games like this. I don't know why I'm doing the team talk thing here. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for the game against Spurs. It's the Champions League. It's really what this episode's all about. We've rested players for it. Let's hope we get a result. Okay, welcome back. We are at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We aren't the favourites for this one. We are in decent form, despite that little Motherwell slip up there, but we're still in decent form. So look what we're expecting. It is the same manager, obviously, Victor, that guy. It's adventurous, direct playing style. If we have a look at how we're expecting them to play, it's different. This is how we're expecting them to play. So we're going to change the way we're playing as well. Obviously, you can see they're long way up the pitch there. I'm a little bit scared of what we're going to face here. I think we might be about to face what we expect from a Champions League team from the Premier League. Than anything else. But this is the team that we're sending out, and as I said, you will notice changes. It's Amar in goal. It's Taylor, Hehu, Coping, and Johnson as a back four. Cochrane comes in to sit a little bit deeper with Dominguez and Hartford in front of him. Brewster and Lancaster, they provide the width, and it's going to be Carlos up top. So hopefully, we wanted him to come into these sorts of games and score goals. Let's hope he does that. So there we go. They are playing as expected. I'm hoping we'll be able to get down the sides, get overlaps, and that's sort of our way in. And a part of me thinks, should we have Uche up top to try and get on the end of crosses? Maybe we've made a mistake there. He is on the bench, though, so we can change things if we need to. I think we've just got to go back to the tried and trusted. We've been on a good run, boys. Go out there and impress me. Some calm, we have faith. Yeah. And here we go. Can we get a big result? Now, what I did change one thing just as we went into the kickoff there. I'll just quickly show you. We're going to try passing a sort of a more standard passing, like mixed, I guess that would be in the old language, and passing to space, because they were very high up the pitch. This is how we're approaching it defensively. A high line. The fact they're a direct team, we'll wait and see if they're going to try and get over our heads, then we'll drop it off. But I just wonder if that's how we played against them last time, I think, wasn't it, with the high line, been compact. Just try and make it difficult for them. Try and keep them away from our goal where possible. Let's not do this to me, boys. Header just over. That would have been a poor start, wouldn't it? Let's give it a get creative. See what we can do here. We're holding our own, more or less. Just that that one highlight for the free kick. It was maybe a little bit lucky to get away with, but we got away with it nonetheless. We are struggling, though, aren't we, to create anything. No shots as of yet. Do we want to change anything? Do we want... I'm wondering if we go back to short passing, maybe. And maybe a lower tempo as well. Just try and keep possession here if we can. I mean, at the end of the day, a draw is a decent enough result for us. I haven't seen any scores come through from the other one as of yet. Ideally, a draw there would be good as well. But yeah, if we can take anything from this game, it's good for us. Go out to him. It's all right. Job done. It didn't go in. I'm regretting horribly not working on defending set pieces and corners because we don't look particularly good. There's a decent enough header from Johnson. We go again, though. We go again. Come on, boys. Set yourselves up. Organise. Head away. Oh, Amar, that's wonderful stuff. What a claim. Now, is that the highlight? Yes, it is. Okay. Coming into the break, what do we say to this? It's not been bad, but it hasn't been particularly good. The only highlights we've seen from them are set pieces. We haven't been good, have we? Well, they weren't excellent. I'm sorry, Mr. Assistant, but they weren't excellent. We'll go aggressive, say what we expect to see more from them. We'll tell Cochrane not to get himself sent off. Ideally, we don't want to go down to 10 men. I'm wondering if I'm just trying to outsmart myself a little bit here. Let's just go back to the way we play. We'll put that tempo back up again. We do have options on the bench. Anthony Turner has signed a new contract with the club, 5-year deal. He was attracting interest from some bigger clubs, Manchester City, Liverpool, those sorts of clubs. So we put him on a long-term contract with no buyout clause. So that's good news for us, that one. Come on, boys, let's show some passion here. I don't like that who's looking nervous, but he is playing okay, so that's not the worst thing. Brewster is not having a great game. I almost went with Curtis Jones instead of him. Here we go with Harry Cochrane. It's off the wall. Lancaster! Oh, Jack Lancaster! What a strike from the kids. Oh, it's been a little while since he scored now, but that was sensational. We'll tell him to concentrate. We don't want to get too excited. Off the wall, and one touch to steady himself. And I tell you what, he's gone the opposite side to I would have thought you go there, but he's put it in the back of the net. It's 1-0. We're away from home, and this could be massive. Here we go again with Dominguez. That's the back post. Who's there? Oh, I thought that went in. You tricked me, game, with the thing coming down at the top. But that's all right. Look at that. What a change that's made. All right, we are going to take off Brewster for Curtis Jones. I wanted the pace, the Curtis Jones pace, but it hasn't worked out, which is fine. I mean, not Curtis Jones pace. Lazio's taking the lead. The Brewster. Oh, that's a horrible tackle, referee. Get him off this field. Get him off. It's disgusting. It's assault. He's lucky he didn't break his leg. They're down to 10 men, and suddenly, this is looking very, very good. Harry Cochrane on a booking. I wonder, do we take him off? Let's just start and be a little bit more sensible here. We have the man advantage. We don't need to do anything silly. We just need a bit of game management here. Let's give them some praise. I think we're doing okay. Carlos hasn't had a great game up top. I wonder if we bring Uche on just to try and close things down. Oh, Aymar! Aymar, what are you doing, mate? Oh, what is he doing? Aymar's just stood there and looked at the ball and wondering, like, well, what do I do with this? You absolute moron. All right, well, we'll just undo everything we did. We're still up against 10 men. That maybe we should have dropped off the line when we went down to they went down to 10. Perhaps that was a little bit of an oversight on my part, but you expect your goalkeeper to go and get that. What has he done? It's a nothing ball forward. He's there easily. I mean, look how far it came into the box. That's the telltale thing, isn't it? It rolled in. He was already there. He just had to take 2 steps to the left and he would have got there. Come on, boys. Show some passion. Come on. Can we get this goal back? Johnson. Back for Cochrane. In for Johnson. Can he find Carlos in the middle? He goes for Dominguez. Have that, mate. Have that, Dominguez. He just doesn't miss. He just doesn't miss. Inaki Dominguez. Straight back at them. Barely a minute later. We'll tell them to concentrate again. Aymar, you specifically. Concentrate, mate. What a strike. What a player Dominguez is turning out to be in Europe this year. He just doesn't miss. One touch to settle himself, and that is whistling past the goalkeeper before he even knows what's hit him. Not opposition instructions, and we've come straight back for a highlight, which isn't great. No, we haven't. Just because I clicked the thing. All right, let's try this again. Let's slow it down. Let's slow our tempo. Let's be more disciplined. Play for set pieces. Let's waste time while we're at it. Let's really annoy them. Let's get the boos going around the new Tottenham stadium. Carlos is not having a great game. I'll wait for this highlight. I'm thinking maybe Uche just to be a pressing forward up there and be annoying. Here we go with Carlos. Nice little ball there for Lancaster. Back for Cochrane. For Hartford. Come on. Oh, maybe we should sit these fullbacks more. Taylor. Good ball in. It's that back post. It's Curtis Jones. It's 3-1. It's 3-1. We've got 9 points in the group. And surely. Well, I'll tell you what's not happening. We're not crashing out of Europe, that's for sure. We are definitely going to be in at least the Europa League. No one finishes bottom of the group with 9 points. I can't believe we've gone to a Premier League team and we've only gone and beat them. Yes, they have 10 men, but we're already winning at that stage anyway. We've just destroyed the goal difference a little bit further. And this, I tell you what, this was a group of death. And I'm beginning to think, how far can we go in Europe this year? We've already knocked Bayern Munich out last year. That's easy enough for Aymar. We've knocked Bayern Munich out last year. We've given Paris a hell of a game. Don't do it, Aymar. Don't do it. Don't do it. Aymar, listen to me. Don't do it, mate. Thank you. Okay, Koopman, get rid of it. Oh, everybody can breathe now. You could just see what he was thinking. I'm just going to throw it at Harry Kane as hard as I can. Come on. Here we go. Carlos. Oh, wonderful stuff. That's excellent. He goes up to Lancaster. We've got men in the box. Can we get 4? Oh, Hartford. Maybe we should have had 4. That little move, though, from Carlos, that's what we like to see from you. That's what we thought we were getting when we bought him. And this is it, boys. We've gone to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we've beaten them 3-1. Oh, that is so good. 0-0 at half-time. I tell you what, second half we were much, much better, weren't we? We've absolutely smashed them again. I'm beginning to think... what do we want to say? It's got to be don't get complacent. I hate not giving them all the credit in the world, but it's got to be don't get complacent. Jambo's cruise to victory, and call me crazy, I'm beginning to think maybe we're a dark horse to win this thing. Let's go down to the bookies and put on a couple of pounds on Hearts being Champions League champions. Defensive work was good, so we'll take that and run. I mean, even then, the goal that they scored, it was an Aymar assist, wasn't it? It was more than an assist, but there we go. We are 5 points clear of Monaco. 6 points clear of Spurs with 2 games to go. We have the head-to-head over Spurs, so we've knocked them off. So there we go. We've guaranteed it there. With 2 games to play, head-to-head over Spurs, we are going to be at an absolute bare minimum in the Europa League after Christmas. And I tell you what, we've got to be every chance of getting out of the group at this point. We can even top the group the way things are going. And this was a group of hell when we first saw it, wasn't it? But there we go. That is it for today, though, guys. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. I apologise for the Motherwell result. But in the end, we rested the right players, and we've got the massive result that we were after. I think what we'll do is we will come back next time. That'll be Monday, of course, if you're watching the series live. I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Dundee United at home with Monaco. That could be the last home fixture that we could guarantee ourselves top spot, depending on what happens in the Lazio game. And then on Tuesday, it'll be the Betfred Cup final and the final group game against Lazio, which could be a top of the group playoff. I can't imagine us finish top of a Champions League group. There we go. That's all for next time, guys. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Don't forget to do your predictor tips as well if you're in the predictor league. Take care.